I'm Sarah Levine.
I'm Josh Cunningham.
And we are here to teach you a little bit about the ACT. So we'll just launch right into it. I'll start by telling you that the English test is the first test that the kids will take. They answer 75 questions in 45 minutes. So it starts hot right off the bat. And that works out to 15 questions per passage. So we tell the kids to time themselves by passage. We tell them to go 9 minutes per passage. It's about not quite 50-50, but they answer conventions, mechanic, like actual accurate grammar type questions. And then mixed in there are some rhetorical skill type questions where they're told that this is a draft writing and the writer wants to add this piece, should he or shouldn't he? If this line were removed, what would be lost from the passage? Those kinds of things.
Cool. Next up is math. Math is going to be an hour long, 60 questions, so 60 questions, 60 minutes. We usually tell them. You want to be taking a minute per question. This is generally considered to be a little bit more difficult than the ACT math section. SAT, yep, letters. Then the SAT math section. And this one and the previous section are usually considered to be what we call powered. So they start off pretty easy and you will see a gradual increase in difficulty. And there are exceptions to that always, but overall the test will get harder and harder as you get later in the section.
From there, they go into the reading section, which is 40 questions in 35 minutes. So it's 4 passages, always in the same order, always 10 questions each. That works out to about 8 minutes per passage for the kids. And it always goes in the same order. So it will go prose fiction, humanities, then social science, and then science. And you get 2 subscores for that, arts and literature for one, and then social studies and science for the other subscore.
All right. And then the last one is the science section. It is 40 questions in 35 minutes. And this one, a lot of times when people hear science, they think there's going to be a whole lot of numbers and equations and all that type of stuff. It is much more about reading and understanding graphs and actually reading some data, being able to look at data, being able to look at graphs, and be able to figure out what those things are telling you. So it's a lot more reading heavy than kids think. And a lot of the kids get freaked out because there might be a lot of big sciencey words being thrown around or anything like that. But they do that on purpose to try to freak kids out. And it's more, can you look at what's being given you with the data or the graph and then just contextualize it? So it's a good thing to kind of get through their heads that even if they don't understand like what the experiment is, you can still learn how to make some conclusions from it.
And that's broken up into experiments, and so we just call them passages since the kids are used to grouping and chunking their time by passage. So we tell them 5 minutes per passage. In this case, the passage is an experiment.
Yeah.
So that's basically it. You get to experience this in a little bit. The next thing after a couple of little informative videos for you, you will take 3 practice tests, not full length, a passage worth of each, English and then reading and then science.
But we're not going to torture you and make you do math.
Nope, no math for you today. You're ELA teachers. But have some scratch paper and a pen or pencil ready. You'll read on a screen, but write your answers on paper. And what's next?
Next, we're actually going to go over how the ACT is scored. So go ahead and hit that little next button. See you over there.
Have paper. Take good notes.